Welcome to annual pedestrian safety training presented by Head Start of Yamhill County. Look, listen, look again. Since all of our classrooms in McMinnville area are self-transport, please remember to keep these things in mind. Be visible. Make sure you're visible to drivers at all times and make eye contact with them whenever possible. Wear lightly colored or reflective clothing at night and bright colored clothing during the day. Stay in well-lit areas, especially when crossing the street. If possible, make eye contact with drivers and stopped vehicles to ensure they see you before you cross in front of them. Stay alert and avoid distractions. Distractions are everywhere today and becoming more and more difficult to avoid. Remember that, as a pedestrian, eyes and ears are the best tools for keeping you safe. Stay alert and watch out. Follow the rules. Know and follow all traffic rules, signs, and signals. You need to be aware of rules vehicles around you must follow to properly anticipate what drivers will do. This will help increase your safety. Never assume a driver will give right of way. Make every effort to make eye contact with the driver of a stopped or approaching vehicle before entering the roadway. Walk in safe places. Use crosswalks when crossing the street. If a crosswalk is unavailable, be sure to find a well-lit spot on the road to cross and wait for a long enough gap in traffic to make it safely across the street. Stay on sidewalks whenever possible. If a sidewalk is not available, be sure to walk on the far side of the road facing traffic. This will help increase your visibility to drivers. Parking lot safety. Stay alert while walking through the parking lots. Look and listen attentively. Remember that vehicles have blind spots. Walk in groups for greater visibility, and walk in the main aisles of the parking lots, not in the areas between parked vehicles. Treat parking lots like streets. Look both ways twice before proceeding. Starting your day. Being on time is crucial. Our bus drivers have a long list of safety items to check before transporting any children to school. All HSYC buses must pass a pre-trip inspection before leaving the bus lot. The bus monitor may be asked to assist the driver in checking any of these following items: oil and fluids, brakes, emergency triangles, first aid and body fluid kits, fire extinguisher, emergency exit buzzards, all lights, stop signs and lights, backup alarm, and horn. If the bus driver finds any issues with safe operation of the vehicle, it will not leave the bus lot. Loading. The bus monitor will assist children when boarding the bus if needed. The driver will have you sign your child in on the daily transportation form. Our buses can only wait 2 minutes after your designated stop time before we leave and have to move on to the next stop. Our buses do not have time to return to your stop. If you miss the bus, you will need to self-transport to school. Loading and unloading is not the time for us to share concerns. If you or your teacher has information they need to share with each other, it is best to call the school and schedule a time to talk.
Good morning, Henry. Hey, can I have a kiss? Are you ready to go to school, my friend? Hey. Come on up and find a seat, buddy. Mom. There's 2 seats right there, Henry. Right next to you.
Child safety restraint systems. Bulky coats need to come off the child before buckling. Children will have assigned seats. The bus monitor will help them fasten their seatbelts. The monitor will also adjust each strap, ensuring the child is secure within the CSR, checking all seatbelts for proper buckling and tension.
Right here for me. Arms in. Where's your buckle? Are you ready to go to school today? Yeah? Are you excited? Let's make sure we're all safe, okay? Nice and snug. You ready?
School bus safety rules. Be safe, be kind, be helpful. Children to be transported are under the supervision of the bus driver and monitor. Soft voices and safe activities are expected. Child safety restraint systems are to be worn throughout the trip, and the children are to remain seated at all times. All children's safety restraint systems will be age, weight, and height appropriate. Seats will be assigned. Hands, arms, head, or objects are to be kept inside the bus windows. Windows will be opened or closed by adults only. Children will help keep the bus clean and free from damage. Personal belongings must be approved by the bus driver or monitor, and food must be consumed before entering the bus. Due to limited space or safety concerns, backpacks will not be transported on the bus. Adults and children must be at least 12 feet from the area where the bus will be stopping for loading and unloading. Before crossing the street, always stop, look, and listen. Always cross in front of the bus. Always use the handrail when loading and unloading on the bus, and jumping from the stairs is not safe. Railroad crossings. When approaching the railroad crossing, your bus driver will say, "Railroad tracks, quiet please." The bus will stop, the door will open, the driver will look and listen for the train. It is the expectation for everyone to be very quiet. After the bus has completely crossed the tracks, and when the driver says, "Thank you," everyone may begin talking and enjoying the trip.
Railroad tracks, quiet please. Thumbs up. Bubble cheeks. Pop it, pop it, pop it. Good job, my friends.
Unloading. Children cannot leave the bus until an authorized adult is available to receive the child at the bus door. The bus driver monitor must check ID and compare an authorized adult release form to a new person. HSYC cannot release children to any adult not on the release form. No child left behind. The bus driver will record pickup and drop-off times of each child on the daily transportation report. Both the driver and bus monitor will take attendance, call each child's name, and compare to the daily report when the bus driver arrives at the center. This is to ensure all children who rode the bus to school have unloaded and entered the center building safely. Before securing and leaving the bus, the driver and monitor ensures all children are off the bus, attendance has been taken, and the children are lined up with the teacher and monitor. Then the bus driver will perform a complete walkthrough of the bus, checking each seat, aisle, and floor for children or dropped items. At the end of class, the teachers and monitor will escort the children to the bus. Prior to bus departure, the bus driver will check the classroom attendance to the daily transportation log to indicate which children are on the bus. The driver will then check with teachers and monitors to ensure the children are all accounted for the bus before leaving the center. The bus monitor will check that all seatbelts are secure before leaving. It is the responsibility of the driver to do a complete walkthrough of the bus, guaranteeing no child is left behind. A walkthrough is to be completed after every bus run and at the end of every day. Changes in the bus route. Please be patient with the bus schedule. We do our best to pick up each child as close to their home as possible, but HSYC buses cannot transport more than the maximum number of passenger capacity, and the routes cannot exceed 1 hour. HSYC bus drivers are also trained to avoid U-turns, backing, or unsafe maneuvers to accommodate bus stops. There may be some changes in your routes created throughout the year. The bus schedule tends to change due to family relocation or changes in childcare. HSYC transportation may not be available if your family moves or changes daycares outside the designated route. If you need to make any pickup or drop-off changes during the year, you will need to update your authorized adult release form and possibly fill out a change of information form with your family support. It may take up to 3 class days for your new bus stop. The bus may run late at times due to unforeseen circumstances. You may call the bus phone and check on their arrival time if you have waited more than 5 minutes past your designated time. No-show. If a child has missed more than 3 days in a row of riding the bus service will be suspended until a meeting with the parents has been completed. During the meeting, parents will agree to have their child ready at the pickup time and maintain consistent use of the bus, or transportation services could be terminated for the remainder of the school year. Thank you for helping make this year safe. If you have any questions, please reach out to your family support.